Up and Atom, Light Warriors. We got a lot to cover today. Hope we're all ready. It's good to see everyone. There's a lot of energies that are all converging right now, and we have the energy of upwelling. And I have a lot to go through today. Some of these concepts might be new. I have a lot of new things. Some of you might be aware of some of these things that I'm going to talk about today, but it's going to be an expansion of consciousness for many of you. So this is a good moment in time, and we're always going through these periods of shifts, and we're going to break down today how we're about to go through a major shift, and we're going to dive into the past to help us understand about our future. So it's good to see everyone. There's been so many new people to this journey, and I appreciate each and every one of you. And this is going to be very different. So if you have a friend, just grab them right now. Say, come on in and take a look at this information, because we're going to have a lot of new things that a lot of people might never have heard of before. And it's going to awaken even more, right? That's our job. We're here to awaken the rest of humanity. And I hope that today's message will be helpful for that. I'm just giving everyone a minute to get on. If you're watching on the replay, just giving everyone a minute. Hydrate in the meantime. And it's good to see everyone. And we have multiple energies, and we're going to talk about the Schumann resonance. We're going to talk about the full moon. We're going to talk about the Sturgeon moon, which actually plays a big role on this journey for me and for all of us. And we're going to talk about Hurricane Henri. We're going to talk about anomalies. We're going to talk about hurricanes in the past that you might not even be aware of. And when we sit back and we analyze in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, we could understand this reality, and we could understand what has happened in the past, and we could understand where we're headed to our future. It's good to see everyone. So, yeah, there's so many different things, and we're going to start today by discussing the recent activity in the Schumann resonance and maybe some ascension symptoms that you might be experiencing right now. So before I begin, I'm very grateful. Many of you have been doing this, and it's really been helping the channel. Please smash the like button, and by doing so, it helps others to find this message. The more and more of you that participate in the obliteration of the like button, it helps more people find it through the algorithms, and I'm very grateful for all of you that are doing that. Just takes a couple of seconds of your time if you believe in this mission. And this is how a common man and common people are coming together right now for the event. So, hello everyone, I am Michael, and I help guide people on the evolutionary journey. This is the convergence of energies, and I wrote down the upwelling of energies right now. And to start, we just shifted out of activity in the Schumann resonance. So we saw quick bursts of activity, 3 notable ones. And we might have had some specific ascension symptoms. So in the past 24 hours, I've been actually having spells of nausea. Have you been feeling nauseous on your journey for no reason? So I felt these spells of nausea and feeling lethargic. And that's not usually how I am. I know how I normally feel. Many of you are familiar with your homeostasis. You know how you normally feel. So reflect on the time period that we're in right now. Have you been feeling these bits of nausea, these nauseous spells, and feeling lethargic? Like the other day, usually you all know me. I like to get in the gym and get after it. And usually, like, I stay in perpetual motion throughout my sets. I don't stop moving. And I was just like being lazy and just, couldn't really get it going yesterday. So maybe you're feeling that as well. So we had a little shakeup from the Schumann resonance, and this is kind of segueing us to this next energy. Now we're going to be affected by the new moon, the full moon, the Aquarius full moon. Now, you might be new to this, and I shared a long time ago that the moon, especially when we have the full moon, it affects the waters of our body. It affects the tides. We all know that affects the tides. And this is going to be very important at the end of the lesson today. So when the full moon comes, this is a good time to focus on your intent, because you are always going through a shift during any full moon, right? So this is a full moon of Aquarius, and this is a full moon wrapping up the season of Leo. We just went through the Lionsgate portal, and those downloads that you took in, now it's becoming an activation, and this is going to be part of the person that you came here to be. So think about this past month, right? So the full moon comes and it shifts the waters of the body. So think about how the moon comes and it pulls a super high tide, which we're going to get back to later. So it shifts all the water in the body. It's causing a shift. It's rearranging everything. So now you're actually might feel a little off after the full moon, but it's a good time to reset. So this is actually a special full moon. It's an Aquarius full moon, and it's the second Aquarius full moon of the year, which makes it a blue moon. Once in a blue moon, Light Warriors. So this is actually a rare full moon. And we're moving towards the Age of Aquarius. So we see the theme of Aquarius, right? That's where we're shifting in the world, the new Age of Aquarius. And this is a special blue moon since it happened twice throughout the year. So we're ending the Leo season. We went through the Lionsgate portal, and we now have the energy theme of self-assurance and empowering to use our voice. I shared this previously with you, and I know a lot of people in the last 2 weeks are new to our channel. It's time to be empowered to use your voice. This is the energy theme. Objects, celestial bodies, carry an energetic signature. Everything gives off an energetic signature. And that's how these things are possible. This information was hidden from the public, right? Only an elite amount of people were able to use this information, and they kind of mocked it for the common people, right? But we're bringing this information to the common people so that they could apply it to their everyday life. So we're now going through a shift right now. You want to focus your intent on this energy of this Aquarius full moon, right? So we have more self-assurance. Be confident in yourself. Be empowered to use your voice. Are you empowered to use your voice, Light Warriors? Now's the time to be empowered. Using your voice. Speak your truth even if your voice shakes. This is also known as the Sturgeon moon. The Sturgeon moon. I've shared about the Sturgeon moon, and some of you saw the sturgeon that looked a little weird, but we'll talk about that. The sturgeon that I came across last year, right? And that's not native to Brooklyn. Brooklyn in the house, right? Sturgeons aren't in Brooklyn. But for some strange reason, by the beach where I was, and I previously shared about the Sturgeon moon, it was almost like a synchronicity for me. The sturgeon arrived, washed up on the beach, and the skin of the sturgeon was totally worn off. And the sturgeon, the moon is named after the sturgeon by Native Americans because the giant sturgeon were mostly caught in the Great Lakes during this time of the year. So in August, a lot of the sturgeons in the past were caught. And this is a prehistoric fish. It's also known as a living fossil, the sturgeon, right? So there are energies that the sturgeon or the spiritual sign of the sturgeon mean. It is an abundant and nourishing energy. That's where we're going right now. Abundant and nourishing energy. So we want to focus that in our intent during this full moon. There's a convergence of all these energies right now, right? And upwelling. So we're heading towards the age of Aquarius during this time period. We're all shaken up. And we're moving towards that new age of Aquarius. We're now activating our Leo energy. We have the empowerment to use our voice at this moment in time, and we have the abundant and nourishing energy of the sturgeon. I'm going to share that video that I made of the sturgeon last year, and I want you guys all to look at it. If you haven't joined our Telegram, I will share that video of the sturgeon, and I want you to really investigate that. It was very interesting, you know, and the sturgeon, when I found it that day, a friend of mine told me that it was going to activate my throat chakra and give me more of what I needed to speak my truth. So I actually find that as an interesting synchronicity as this is all coming together right now. So we have many energies that are converging right now, and it's going to be where we're headed to a new earth, to a new reality. And we have more synchronicities and we have more anomalies, we like to call them. And where I am in New York, we can all see right now a path of Hurricane Henri. You guys are taking a look at Hurricane Henri. You see the path, Hurricane Henri? Sometimes when you're watching hurricanes for your whole life, when you live on the East Coast, you kind of know how hurricanes act, right? And we have a correlation to another correlation that I want to speak about today. So when we're looking at Hurricane Henri right now, and it's depicted in the thumbnail, the path that it's taking. Chris, thank you very much. I appreciate you. It's my honor to do this. Look at the path of Hurricane Henri. It's taking a direct, straight path right to New York and New England, right? But a lot of us know that the paths of the hurricanes kind of curve. They don't go straight up. There was only one other time in history where a hurricane took a straight line. But look at the path of Hurricane Henri right now, Light Warriors. Look at observe. Be the observer. Just observe and ask the question. Look how the hurricane is going straight. Some people say it might had a direct hit towards Long Island, right? Now, the last time New York got a direct hit from a hurricane was Hurricane Sandy. And at the same time, there was a full moon. So we just have to analyze the synchronicity, if you will, right? Isn't this an interesting synchronicity? And we could see that once again, on the same day of a full moon, the same time period, right? The hurricane is giving a direct hit to the New York area. And look at that straight line. And when Hurricane Sandy came, it combined with another storm and with the full moon. And what that does is, since it's pulling the tides, so this brings us back to the beginning of the lesson, the moon is known to shift water. It's shifting water in your body, so it's creating change within you. They won't teach you that out there, right? But what we see in our everyday lives is we know that the full moon is going to pull up the tides. So when Hurricane Sandy came, the full moon, along with the storm surge, it's called, those that are new to hurricanes, right? The storm surge pulls up the ocean level could rise several feet. Now that was with combined, right, with the full moon, it really pulled up the ocean there, caused a devastation in New York and the New York surrounding area. So we see another synchronicity right now. And again, with a direct hit from a hurricane, and I appreciate all the, along with myself, we will focus our intent on weakening this hurricane and trying to make it curve away from New York and the surrounding areas. We see a synchronicity when it comes and arrives during a full moon. Now, if you haven't done so yet, please smash the like button. We're getting into some good stuff. If you've never seen an interesting message like this before, please smash the like button. I'm going to get into some interesting stuff right now. This is the best part of the message right now. Best part. We could see a normal path for a hurricane, how it moves, right? Hurricanes don't move in a straight line, right? Even when they say it's kind of moving in a straight line, it's not really a straight line. But there was only one time when a hurricane basically made a right turn and just went straight across the ocean, like away from the country. It was taking its path, and then boom, it just made a right turn. Interesting, right? And I want to talk about Hurricane Erin. How many people know about Hurricane Erin? Raise your hands. Raise your hands. I got you again, Light Warriors. I can't see your hands. How many people know about Hurricane Erin? You could say yes or no in the chat. Hurricane Erin. A lot of times we hear about hurricanes, right? And we know the name, right? I see one person knows, right? Hurricane Erin, I want to talk about today. You know, when we hear names, we know about Hurricane Andrew. That's why hurricanes are given names, so that scientists, and all of you are scientists, we can all study hurricanes and what happened at that moment in time, the hurricane, right? So we know about Hurricane Katrina. We know about Hurricane Andrew, right? These are the big Hurricane Sandy. When we say these names, a lot of people know what happened, right? Those were like big storms. So Hurricane Erin is going to probably become one of the most important hurricanes to analyze and ask the question. We always have to ask the question, right? Always ask the question. Hurricane Erin formed in September of 2001. And Hurricane Erin took a path up the coast, and on September 11th of 2001, Hurricane Erin decided to just make a right turn on a 90-degree angle. And when you look at the path, it just goes up and the hurricane just makes a right turn. And we have to ask the question, what happened on that day of September 11th? And why did the hurricane make a right-hand turn? And if this seems interesting to you, why don't you research? Go into Google. Do it right now. Do it right now. Go into Google and research the path of Hurricane Erin. And why did Hurricane Erin make a right-hand turn? I've never seen a path of a hurricane make a turn like that before. So we have to ask the question of these anomalies, they're called, right? Anomalies. So as we're diving deeper into our reality in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, we have all these interesting things that arise. If this is interesting to you, please smash the like button. It helps others find this message. I'm grateful for all of you that are doing this. Okay? And that's how we're connecting with more and more of our brothers and sisters. Shelly, thank you very much. I appreciate you. It's my honor to do this. And share this message today if you learned something new. Did you learn something new today? That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to teach people and expand consciousness to something that maybe you were never aware of. Now people are learning about Hurricane Erin making a right-hand turn. So sometimes we see certain anomalies and we see certain synchronicities and how, certain things line up. So when we have an upwelling, I wrote that today, the upwelling. And that's what a storm surge is. It's an upwelling, right? The water is upwelling. Everything is converging onto the land. We have the upwelling of the full moon tugging on the water. We have the hurricane. We have the storm. The storm is here. It's arrived, light warriors. The storm has arrived. It's coming up the coast, right? The storm has arrived and we have an upwelling. There's no place for the water to go. Then you get the storm surge. You understand? You get the storm surge when all of these energies, all this force is pushing. It's pushing on the water. So if you just came in right now, we have a convergence of many energies. We see activity in the Schumann resonance, and it might be causing symptoms in your body. You might be feeling spells of nausea. You might be feeling lethargic, little time periods of feeling down, but you're readjusting. We're readjusting to these energies that are present right now. And it's shifting what's happening inside of us. The full moon is going to tug on the waters of our body. Some people, when I was earlier on my journey, I would say, what does the full moon have to do with anything, right? We always hear like these things, right? Like all the crazies come out during the full moon, for example, years ago. And that's where they came up with the term lunatic, right? Luna for the moon. Maybe you learned something new now, right? Lunatic, right? Luna. And, sometimes when it shifts the waters, there's a shift in you. There will be a shift from the moon. And every full moon this happens, but this is a specific energy theme. This is the theme of Aquarius. This is a blue moon, right? It's rare. Once in a blue moon, light warriors, once in a blue moon. So there's two. This is the second Aquarius moon. And it's going to bring in this age of Aquarius, right? That's the energy theme. It's time to have self-assurance, and be empowered to use your voice. I've been sharing this for the past month. Speak your truth, even if your voice shakes. I know it's hard right now. I know it's hard when you might be the only one in your family. You might feel alone. A lot of you are feeling alone. I've been on this journey and I stayed in isolation for years so that I could be prepared to lead the people during the event. Nikola Tesla spoke about the isolation period. It's so, I would almost say, disturbing how people, they don't even know who Nikola Tesla is. That's how the controllers of the narrative hid Nikola Tesla from the textbooks, and we hear about all these other people. I see Nikola Tesla in the chat, right? We need to think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. And this might be new to you, and you're hearing this information, and you're like, oh, wow, this seems interesting. That's your path. Some people might hear it, and the term is cognitive dissonance. And they might get irritated or agitated because they're hearing something that challenges their core beliefs. It's a difference in frequencies. Are you in tune to the archon frequency, or are you in tune to the frequency of nature, to God, and to source? nature, natural, organic. Everything in the reality has been turned upside down. It's been hidden from the people. 95% of your everyday life experience is dictated by subconscious programs. And your subconscious programs are running all day long. You're not even aware of them. That's why they're subconscious programs. You don't even know it. And subconscious programs are written mostly from birth to the age of 7 or 8. And they are written through repetition. So that's why things are repeated on the tell lies to your vision. That's why it's called a tell lies to your vision program, a television program, because they're programming the subconscious mind. If this is important to you, please smash the like button. Break your phone. No, just don't break your phone. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Light Warriors. Break your phone. We're here to expand consciousness. And I'm grateful for all of you that are participating in the expansion of consciousness. All the things that you do, and I appreciate every time you smash the like button. Keep doing it. I see it. It's moving up. It's moving up, Light Warriors. When you do it, it helps others find the message, right? It's like David versus Goliath, right? I'm like the Wolverine, right? I'm the best there is at what I do. But we're common everyday life people, and we have to overcome all this. So the common people are rising when we stick together. I talked about that, right? We have to realize that collectively, we are greater than the sum of our parts. Otherwise, I'm just some guy on the beach talking to himself, right? Without all of you, right? Thank you, Leah. Appreciate that. Keep it going. Keep it going, right? So that's why all of these things, I know I kind of went everywhere today with this, but, you know, I'm the observer. I observe, I see what's happening, and, you know, I kind of process, and I say, what do I have to present to the people that is relevant and that they can apply it to everyday life experiences? You know, I kind of take science and spirituality and metaphysics, and I kind of mush it all into a ball, right? Mush it all together. And that's why Nikola Tesla said, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. You know, we're trained only to see on one plane, but we have to see deeper. We're blind to most of the lights. We only see invisible light, and that's how we're programmed. Tara, thank you very much. I appreciate you. It's my honor to do this. It's my honor to be with all of you. You're all my family. You guys give me the energy to get up in the morning and do this. I look forward to doing this every day. And hopefully I will continue to do this every single day. And you're all making this happen. So if you believe in this mission, please smash the like button. Share this. Share our channel with what? Grab your friend. Say, get over here, friend. Look at this. Look at this. And by doing that, I'll be able to do this every single day. You keep me going. You all keep me going. I love you all, right? That's why we have to stick together during this time period. And it's important that we analyze these things. And, you know, we're seeing Hurricane Henri taking a straight line, right? Look at that path. Doesn't that look weird, that path? Straight line. Straight to New York and the New York surrounding area. Straight up. Not a curve, right? And the only time that we really saw a hurricane make a 90 degree turn and go to the right was Hurricane Erin in 2001, September. That was September's hurricane. To analyze, we have to dive deep into the past, and we need to analyze this hurricane and ask the question, take the path and analyze it with all paths, and how in the middle of the ocean, it just makes a 90 degree right turn. I'm out of here, right? Something shifted a hurricane to the right. Straight line to the right, and then back up. So, you know, it's fascinating. It's fascinating when we think in terms of these energies, these frequencies, and these vibrations. and we're going to understand more about our reality. With great power comes great responsibility, and the controllers of the narrative flip the power on the people. Amy, thank you very much. I appreciate you. I appreciate that. You think I'm amazing. Appreciate that. I'll keep going. Nikola Tesla wanted to utilize these energies for the good of humanity. And that's why he came up with the amplifying antenna. Some of you are familiar with a Tesla coil. How many of you are familiar with the Tesla coil? Raise your hand. I'm not going to do it twice in the same video. Not going to fall for it again, right? Some of you know the Tesla coil. You could pull electricity out of the air. And an amplifying antenna could be a large station built in every major city to give free electricity. Free. Some of you know that commercial. I love commercials, right? There's a lot of hidden information that's shown to you in commercials, right? Can analyze commercials. When you have an open third eye, you could actually sit back and watch commercials and start to analyze everything that's going on, because it's hitting the subconscious mind. They put things, see, you're learning new stuff. They're hitting the subconscious mind when you watch commercials, right? So be aware of these energies and the upwelling that's happening right now. And I want to, there are some brothers and sisters, and I agree with them, that are frustrated. And they say there's always another date, and there's always another thing, and nothing happens. And there's two ways to look at this. Number one, every time we go through these energies, there is a shift in humanity. That means more people than previously will be awakened. You could clearly see this. If I look at 5 to 6 years ago, and if I was doing these messages, people might say, oh, this guy's crazy, right? Crazy, right? Some people still do, but there will be those that get left behind. And, now I could say this, and there's thousands, tens of thousands of people here, 45,000 plus, and keeps going. Please subscribe to our channel if you haven't. Click the bell next to subscribe and select all. Some people say they don't get the notification, but right now it's very important that you click that bell and you click all. That's the only way to get all the notifications. Okay, I know there's 45 steps to this, but it will be helpful, and I appreciate that. I appreciate your presence, and I appreciate your attention. The currency of the universe. Did you know that the currency of the universe, an electric current, is your attention? Did you know that? If you haven't, you should check out my video, The Currency of the Universe. It'll be very helpful for what's going on, right? There's a lot of distractions out there to throw you off course. You need to stay focused. You need to stay focused right now. And, just in this lesson today, there's so many different things that we can see. And, if you haven't connected on Telegram, I want you all to take a look at that Sturgeon. If you just came in where this is the Sturgeon full moon. It's an important moon, okay? And the Sturgeon brings us abundant and nourishing energy. Abundant and nourishing. I want you to focus on those energy themes. The theme of abundance right now, the theme of nourishing. And that's what people need right now. The satanic vibrations of fear and shame. Oh, you didn't know there's a vibrational consciousness scale, Light Warriors? Please smash the like button if you're learning something new today. I appreciate that. And it helps others find this message. And we're going to speak more and more about this, right? We're the common people, and we're changing the world. And we're going to stand at the end of this in the victory of the light. There's a scale of vibrational consciousness. And the lowest part of the scale is shame. So anyone that wants to shame you, put you in the vibration of shame, that's actually satanic. It's your everyday life. So look around and look for shame on your journey. Where is there shame? You see shame? Shane, the lowest state of vibrational consciousness. The highest state is authenticity, the truth. The highest state of vibrational consciousness is authenticity. And now you know why there's so many attempts to hide the truth. You know, for many years, a lot of people didn't know about the third eye or the pineal gland. That was hidden knowledge. And when I came across this information about 6 years ago, approximately, and I started learning about the third eye, you know, it was all new to me. I'm like, oh, maybe this is real. Now it's becoming more available to people. It was hidden for so many years. There's so many, you know, depictions of the third eye. You see the pine cone in ancient texts and ancient places. Ben, thank you very much. I appreciate you, brother. It's my honor to do this, Ben. Very grateful for you. That guy looks like he's like destroying the city there. It's great. Like a giant jelly guy. But, you know, this information that you know, all the information that was so valuable to me, I was self-taught. Not the fake schools, right? The fake schools. You know about the fake schools? They tell you what you need to, the universities, right? And they tell you, and they dictate what you need to learn. But education is the education that you give yourself. And everything that I learned, everything that I self-taught myself through other people was what really shifted my reality. And when you experience this, you become so grateful that you want everyone to experience this reality in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. And, you know, there's many documentaries on Nikola Tesla, even on the History Channel. And, you know, they tell you how he was, you know, shunned and how he lived in a hotel room by himself. He sacrificed so much for the good of humanity, did whatever he could. And the trash like Edison that took advantage of him, right? Remember? So everything's going from dark to light now. And the good people that wanted to help humanity, you know, there's always been shaming, right? They try to shame Nikola Tesla. You know, he spoke a lot about science and spirituality together. But that was the real stuff. They don't want you to know the real stuff, right? They don't want you to have the amplifying antenna. Free energy for all the people. Free energy. Free energy for all the people. So when we dive into the past, we learn about our future. And that's where we're going to go. We're going to go to free energy for the people. We're going to go to med beds for the people, right? We're going to heal with lights and sounds, right? Because 93% of the function of DNA is light and sound reception and transmission. Michelle, thank you very much. I appreciate you. It's my honor to do this. My honor. So, you know, I speak about the sun a lot and how I lay out in the sun. And, you know, I spoke about that recently and, you know, how the sun heals you. But the moon also has its own energies, right? It's tugging on the waters of the body, you know, and do the things that, you know, other people talk about. Charge your crystals. A lot of people talk about charging the crystals during the full moon. But I want to present this a little differently than most people when they speak about like these time periods like the full moon. And I want to leave with you that remember that the full moon will shift the water of the body and it's going to cause a shift. And it might actually make you feel not so great. But all your cells, trillions of cells, 1.4 volts, 700 trillion volts of electricity in your body. Every time the full moon passes, it's a reset for your everyday life. It's a reset. You need to focus on your intent. A lot of people are waiting for the change. You need to become the change that you want to see in the world. And start by living this new life. 700 trillion volts of electricity in your body. You're much more powerful than you were led to believe. So start to rearrange the body with this full moon. Aquarius, we're headed towards the age of Aquarius. So I hope that today's energy update, I talked about the convergence and the upwelling. That's the theme right now, convergence and the upwelling of these energies. Make it part of your everyday life. If you find this message interesting and you would like to learn more about our frequency and vibration, why don't you click subscribe and then click the bell and then select all for all the videos. Give the video a like. Can you please smash the like button right now? We're almost at 300 during the live. That would be great. Smash the like button. It helps others find the video through algorithms, you know, when you smash that like button. And share with one other person. So if you have one friend and they're awakening, they're expanding their consciousness, and you're like, listen to this video, you're going to learn something new. Grab your friend, get him in here, right? Grab your friend. And you're going to be improving. We hit it. Thank you. We're going to be improving everyday life. Thank you, Sophia. The best teacher is experience. It gives you roots into the spiritual realm and an unbreakable faith once experience. Michael, thank you for your videos. You're truly inspiring. It's my honor to do this, Sophia. And experience is the best teacher. Experience is the best teacher. There's a subconscious program of fear. It's put out by Medea, right? Medea. That's the word, Medea. And the fear, which is the satanic vibration, it prevents you from doing experiences because you have so much fear. Along with all of you, myself, I had to break free of fear and anxiety. If you're struggling with anxiety, I have videos on the channel page about anxiety. You should look at these videos on anxiety. I'm sitting here and in the vibration of authenticity. Here I am, exposed myself, right? I told you this a long time ago. I used to suffer from anxiety. I was afraid, ooh, I got to do this. I don't want to do the wrong, ooh, right? Anxiety. And now we need to use our voice. I have become the change. I chose the common man path, common everyday life man, to be an example for people, to break free of fear and anxiety during the shift. That's why Commander is on the ground. It's easy to stay up there, right? It's harder to walk this plane. You understand? So take the path, right? I know it's not an easy path, but break free of these frequencies, the frequencies of fear, the frequencies of shame. That's why we're seeing the split right now. We're seeing the 3D to 5D timeline split. You're living a reality, and there's a person that could be, you know, next door. It could be a family member, and they're in a totally different reality right now. It's a frequency we're tuned into, right? Like Tesla, right? You're tuning into a radio station. Some people are tuned into a different station, right? That's why we really need to think in these terms during the end days. And my job is to protect all of you. It's to protect your mental health. It's to protect your spiritual health. We have spiritual health too, Lightwars. Spiritual health. Right? Spiritual health. A lot of people unknowingly are worshiping the wrong thing. And we're here to break free of the spell. Right? They cast spells. That's why it's called a broadcast. Casting a spell. Broadcast. And then there's mocking and shaming. You believe this? You know, I am an example of no fear. You know, I've come across people on my journey, especially when I started this, that, you know, try to mock and shame me. But I really don't give a shift. I'm standing for the common people. and all the satanic mocking and shaming has no effect on me, and it will have no effect on you. This is your activation, dear ones. So keep this in mind. We have a lot coming up. I'm grateful for all of you. Please, if you haven't yet, please smash and obliterate the like button. The like button's having a a rough day today. It keeps getting smashed. But all these things, they're really helping out. And look at how much we've grown so far. If you're new to our channel, yes. If you're new to our channel, I encourage you to go back and, Future Proofs Past. Look at my Lionsgate portal videos from early August and reflect on how our channel has grown since then. And future always proves past. And I encourage you all, I'll share it also on Telegram today. Please connect on Telegram, because sometimes it's hard to navigate. I have over 500 videos, Light Warriors. It's hard to find them all. And I shared in 2019 about the 5D Earth timeline split of 2020 to 2022, and see if future proofs past in that one. And the answers are here, and I'm grateful for all of you. I'm grateful for your presence, and I'm grateful for your attention, the currency of the universe. So I know we had a lot today. If you came in during the live at the end, please watch the beginning. I shared a lot of different things, and on your own, do your own research. Look at these hurricanes, look at the paths, look at anomalies, and then ask the question, because questioning everything is your birthright. So don't worry about everything that's going on in the world, Light Warriors. You know why. We cannot control what is around us. However, we can control from within. Be conscious of the upwelling of energies right now, and you will become the person that you came here to be. You see, I could just go on and on, right? Almost 50 minutes straight, right? Some people that could go 50 minutes straight without, you understand, right? Keep going. That's the power of authenticity. Power of authenticity. You don't need to talk for 2 minutes and then disappear, right? 2 minutes out. Go for 50. Go for an hour. Show the people the truth. Authenticity shows itself. And I'm about to get off. I would really like all of you. I have the Telegram group, because a lot of people feel alone. I spoke about that earlier in this transmission today. I know that you might feel alone, and I'm here for you. And it's not only about me; it's about all of you. That's why we have the group chat, so that you can all talk to each other, and maybe you will find a new friend. I did this so that you can find a new friend. So connect on that. There's only so long we could do this chat. I can't be on the live stream for 24 hours. That might be the longest live stream ever, right? But Barbara's sharing it in this chat, and join our. I don't think the whole thing is going through, maybe like that, but there's one link that's pinned above. It's Our Everyday Lives, and Our Everyday Lives 528 all together, for the 528 hertz frequency, the miracle tone. And I'm always grateful that I came across Nikola Tesla and the secrets of vibration and frequency. And I started to sleep with the 528 hertz frequency on, and it improved my everyday life. I used to be fatigued a lot, chronic fatigue. I started to sleep better using the 528 hertz frequency. And that's why I share all this knowledge with all of you. All I'm doing is passing it forward. I'm a pioneer, and now you all will carry the torch, and we just keep growing, and we just keep passing it forward. So also, please, when you get off this, I'm very grateful if you share this video, share our channel with one other friend. In one day, we could double if everyone does that. So please share it in groups, share, and share one more time for good luck. I love you all. I'm grateful for all of you. You've all been really helping our growth in the last 2 weeks. So I hope that this message was helpful for you. Have a great day. Namaste. Love you all. Bye for now. Bang.